You guys are like only the second set of men that have been on Tuesday Talk, so yeah, that's an honor because we just usually do the women, as you know. But I got to give you men your props. Whatever, I got to give you men your props because you know the saying is behind every good man is a good woman, a great woman. But I have to acknowledge that behind every good woman are some great men. So that would be you guys, Mr. Peoples and Mr. Frazier and Mr. Williams and Mr. Craig Boogie. So thank you guys for joining us. You guys don't know how much you mean to me, and I just want to make sure that I tell you now in the midst of everything we have going on. People don't give people their flowers while they're here, but I want to give you guys yours. So welcome to Tuesday Talks. You guys have supported this platform in one way, shape, form, or fashion or another. So thank you for that, and I will let you guys introduce yourselves and give just a little background, I guess, with our relationship and what you've done with for Tuesday Talks and how you try to keep me in line and keep me going. So with that, we're going to start with the man first, Mr. Craig Boogie, because actually this podcast is happening because of him bringing it to me and saying, hey, you need to turn Tuesday Talks into a podcast. So, Mr. Boogie, would you share with everyone on here who you are, what you do, why you suggested for me to do this podcast, and whatever else you want to share about yourself, your business, and what you do?
First off, I appreciate the opportunity to be on with these gentlemen and yourself. And thank you, Tonia, for being even open to the idea. Because, you know, sometimes people, you know, you can bring things to them and they're not necessarily on board with it, or they may not be ready for it. So, you know, to be ready and to be willing is a big deal. But Craig Boogie, been in the city for now, originally from Savannah, Georgia, been here in the city for over 20 years now, radio and television, and now expanding that into helping other people build their brands through media, um, creating content or putting it on platforms or whatever it may be. And when I was starting to do that and branch out kind of on my own, so to speak, my thing was I wanted to make sure I helped people so I could then help myself. In other words, I wanted to be, in order to be blessed, I had to first be a blessing. So I was trying to pay it forward in the sense of the skill set that I have, putting that together with what other people have in their ideas or whatever they have going on, and just enhancing it. And henceforth, with Tuesday Talks, it was already a great thing in place. I just wanted to make sure more people got to see it, experience it, and hear it. Because, you know, of course, as we know, media has changed. I mean, look at how we're doing this now with not even just with the pandemic, but just in general with being accessible anywhere in the world. I mean, people are blogging while they're traveling about traveling. So, you know, they don't have to go somewhere and come back and get it done. Now they can do it while they're doing it and build an empire from there. So that's all my intentions were when I first started this and venturing out with my company, Omni Media Creatives, and just looking to do that. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to work with you and being able to get it out to more people, because the subject matter is where it was for me with Tuesday Talks. One of the first meetings that I went to, and the ladies were talking about what was going to happen with, I think some voting or something was going on at the time. And they were trying to understand the process. And I was like, well, everybody's got to start it somewhere. And you guys are who they're going after. So who better to speak for you than you? Not a representative, but somebody who has been there. And once I saw that, I knew. I knew. I was like, yeah, we got to have more people see and hear this. There's no doubt in my mind that somebody needs to hear everything that's happening on these Tuesday Talks, because it is of significance. So thank you for doing that and allowing me to be a part of it.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Indeed.
Appreciate it. Next, I think we're gonna go to Trey because Trey Williams of Quick Print has been, Lord, I don't know. Trey is just my go-to person because I use Trey for so much stuff. Like I call Trey for any and everything, banners, logos, printing, and just whatever. And Trey is always, hey, I got you, Tonia. The flyers, did y'all see the dope flyer he created? So I liked it. I loved it. It was, and he does, look, I'll call, so I'm that CP time person. I'll call Trey at like 7, be like, Trey, I need it by 9. So he always comes through. He never fusses. He'll be like, man, what you did?
I'll charge you triple.
Right. Indeed. And he don't even do that. And sometimes he won't even let me pay him. I'll be like, I'm trying to bless you, but he just won't let me. So I'm like, so without further ado, Trey Williams, you have the floor, sir.
It's funny you say that, right? So you can't tell people how they run their business. That's a business model, right? Some people operate off of you scratch my back, I scratch yours. And some people operate off of paying it forward, right? So I operate both ways at both times. In this instance, I can say without a doubt, you have put a lot of money in my pocket. So that little bit of time I'm spending on that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, over the, not just this year, last year, the year before that. So that ain't nothing. You know, I'm still in debt with you, to be honest with you. So, so I that's me trying to pay you back for walking me in some doors with some people that I'm on first name basis with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you've been in positions to call anybody in the state of Georgia, call me. I don't take that lightly. So, you know, that little bit of money we talking about ain't nothing. Now, for everybody else, they getting the invoice. I just don't want to. Let's not mistake it. Now. You know, we've been doing, and you know, you were one of the first people I call when opening this business. You know, we operating with a short list, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people. I don't know what the number was. You know, you called me when you was leaving. Me and you and Chills was talking about things. So man, it's a blessing to see you branching out and doing not only the podcast but operating your own business. And to what Craig was saying, man, the whole landscape is changing so much. Things like this has the potential to go way further than the old way of operating. You know what I'm saying? You're not limited by region. You're not limited by money, so to speak. It's global. So I think as long as you got relevant topics, as long as you keep plugging at it, it's going to come to fruition. It's going to be fruitful.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
All right.
And next we gonna go to, you are really last, Matt, and it wasn't on purpose. So I'm just going. That's a joke between Chills and me and Camilla, but
Horrible.
I'm going to my hitter, Mr. Peoples. He's another one call, that's all. I mean, and we go way back. And Rich has always been kind of the, Tonia, you know, you could do da 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 da. Tonia, you should do da 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 da. Because so he was kind of like you, Craig, but he's even more intense and in detail. Like he's like that one that, Tonia, you have this going on and you need to be making money this way because you have this and you giving stuff away for free. And like, so Rich really is truly a cheerleader of mine. He's one that is very versed and skilled in the tech world with his background and everything. And so I call and say, hey, I need a website, or hey, I need a logo, whatever it is I need. Rich is gonna get it for me. And then he's gonna be like, okay, I need you to sit down and we need to talk about how you're gonna grow this and how you're gonna expand this. And most times I do it, sometimes I don't. And I know he's probably like, this girl right here. but he loves me, and he's gonna keep pushing me. So I appreciate that. So, Mr. Peoples, you have the floor, sir.
Hey,
Hey,
Rick.
Tonya. How you doing, Trey?
Nice to finally meet you. You hung the moon, by the way, but go ahead.
I hung the moon.
Yes, sir.
To that later. Oh man, it's a blessing to be here. Number one, I love what everybody's saying. Who would have thunk that one day we would be able to sit around and have conversation, and I'd be in Arizona, and everybody else be in Augusta or wherever they are, and
Atlanta.
obviously this is happening at a very Atlanta, Georgia. Where else?
So I think mostly Atlanta, Arizona, Augusta. I think pretty much, yeah.
AAA.
AAA. Okay. So
Jamaica.
yeah, and then Jamaica. So with me,
Jamaica. Oh wow.
yeah.
Yay.
With me is the team. I met them a few months ago. They've been assisting me in building the agency.
Let me
And-
pull up.
I muted. That was Gigi. I muted her.
Oh, okay. Okay. And so I'm like, question already? Okay. Tonya, my relationship with you has been such a blessing. Tonya introduced me to Hardy Davis. Hardy was already a personal friend, but Hardy never really took me serious until Tonya got in his ear. And I assisted Hardy with some stuff. And then this recent campaign with Tarver, who is a true leader in my heart. And to my disappointment, but nonetheless, we progress. Go Georgia. And Tonya has really been an inspiration to me. I wouldn't have my business if it wasn't for Tonya. Tonya was encouraging me to counsel Augusta. You remember that, Tonya?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And that took me into a certain mindset, a certain makeshift of how the ideas we think as entrepreneurs, we should actually take them serious. Nobody else is going to take them more serious than ourselves. And when we invest in that, when we invest in each other, it's providing a new economy, the economy that we're living in today. The economy that, you know what, by the time we get off, everybody on this call should be able to exchange some type of service at value that we all can benefit from. That's the best, sexiest execution your show can provide. Open up an audience, interview people, have them say what they need. Seconding audition, you need help with new and repeat customers. I can assist you. You don't have to take your business affairs regarding that somewhere else. You can get it done right here with me. And I'm doing this at scale. So at scale, we're saying, listen, if everybody on here has a business, if everybody on here has a brand, at scale, I have software that can create marketing and branding that captures new and repeat customers for your business on the internet with my software. Anything that you're trying to do has already been done. The question is, do you want the blueprint? And the blueprint is a deliverable through the technology and software that I'm building. And I'm excited to be a part of this conversation to facilitate in that area. Because as a Black business owner today, if I'm not participating in technology, then I'm losing. And I'm hurting my community. Now, if I could hand the mic to my crew who's on here in Jamaica, they'll tell you what it really feels like to get put out of business when you're used to running your business from the side of the road. Mm-hmm. And now we have to all participate in technology. We all have to be able to learn how to sell our brand to everybody who does not even exist inside of Augusta. There's people now that can benefit from Trey. So now I know when I need a t-shirt, I'm going to hit up Trey.
That's right. That's right.
But I would have never known this if you didn't conduct this. So I thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you. Oh. And now
All right.
we finally get to go to Mr. Matt Chills Frazier. So Chills and I, we met a long time ago through Miss Monique and radio and just in the community, because he is a big community advocate. He's a big community supporter. And so we would always run into each other at events. And anytime he was doing something, I'd go pop up and show him some love and support. And so he in turn did the same. And like Trey said earlier, when he and Trey decided to leave their jobs, I was one of the first people they called, and it blew me away. I was humbled. I was honored. I was like, why y'all telling me? But that is humbling, and it's an honor that people trust you to share that kind of information and to come to you saying, hey, this is my plan. And so when I decided to leave my job, I called the both of them. And we talked about it, and Trey and Chills was automatic, like, hey, you need some office space? You got it. Whatever you need, I got you. Trey was like, whatever you need, I got you. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. So Mr. Frazier, you have the floor now, sir.
Oh, Ms. Gibbons, today we celebrate you. And it feels so good to be around so many good people. Because in today's society, a lot of people have the what's in it for me mentality. So to be around a group of people that I know for a fact have good hearts. And it's true that, you attract what you are, and you have a great heart. So of course, you're going to attract good people. And it goes back from years, from my radio days. And it's funny how God puts people in your life, and you don't even know what they're there for until maybe 5-10 years down the line. You're like, oh, that's what you were doing. Okay. Because our relationship got so much closer and tighter once I made the leap. And then also once you made the leap. Yeah. And it's just unimaginable how one relationship, one decision can impact your life so much. Because of Tonia, I'm in partnerships with Rich now, and he's taught me so much on a digital platform and saved my life so many times. And because of Tonia, I have Leisure on the team now, and she saves my life every day and has really helped the business grow. So when you look at all the products that come from one relationship and one good-hearted person, you got to keep that person around, and you got to keep them happy. And sometimes it gets confusing because you don't get a lot of people that will do something for you without asking for anything in return. You start to look at them like they crazy. Like, listen, what's really going on? Okay, I know you. Why you being so nice to me? Okay, I can't give you no more shout outs. I don't have any more concert tickets to give out. Okay, so but it feels so good to be around good people and just to have kind-hearted people that you can call on, that has your back. And even aside from a professional relationship, just a personal relationship. If I need to talk, if I need guidance, if I just need a shoulder to lean on, I know Tonia is going to be there. And especially for me being in Augusta with no family, she's my extended family. And her friends are now my extended family. So it just feels good to have good people in your life that's going to check up the time with. And it's just a true blessing and really just a testament as to the goodness of God, how he puts people in your life and how those people can make such a drastic impact in your life. So for that, Tanya, I say thank you, Queen.
Oh, you're
Bishop.
welcome. Oh,
Hey, you
I
better
love
shut
y'all.
up, Trey.
Y'all my people. Y'all my people. Y'all not gonna make me
And
cry today.
tell me
Y'all
where
not
I
gonna
need
make me
to
cry.
send you a love offering.
You about to pass the plate around.
That's the cash app.
Right.
It's funny you say that though about circles and how God put people together, man. Because don't think I'm crazy, man. Me and Chills used to work together at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot.
Wow.
I did, but you know what I'm saying? Like we
Right.
on something else now. We got a different relationship. I used to work for him
Wow.
for 6 or 7 years. I mean, that's like a whole different life now.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is true. Like with Rich and I did NLC. We've done, his dad is a pastor here, and his dad and Hardy are like really good friends, really close. And so those relationships, like you said, start overlapping. And you're like, okay, wait a minute, what kind of relationship is this? But it becomes so much bigger than the church relationship or the NLC relationship. You become really tight with like Rich is like when Rich come to town, I'd be like, you better see me. If you leave Augusta and I don't see you, we having problems. And he don't care what's going on in Augusta. He makes sure when he's in town and his family know, everybody know, his wife know, everybody know, listen, I got to see Tanya before I leave. And that's even with Trey. And I said this at my party, like the wives, like, when I can't get Trey, it's Felicia. I'm texting Felicia. I'm calling Felicia. She told me yesterday how you got a little salty because I was texting her and not you. But hey, it's just you just start to become like family, like Chill said, with these relationships that you build, and it's because it's from a place of genuineness. Like I'm really a relational type person. Like I love people, and when you're in my corner, I got you. Like no matter what it is, no matter when it is, and it's true and it's honest. It's just who I am. It's how I am. And so to be able to have this platform, knowing that my backbone is really you four gentlemen, because y'all pushing me every day. If it's not Rich, it's Craig. Craig. When this is done, this recording, what I do, I send it to Craig. He uploads it to my YouTube channel that he created. He manages all of that stuff for me. Craig don't charge me nothing. It's just what he does. And so, I want to let you all know that I appreciate everything that you do for me. I don't take it for granted. That's why I don't mind when somebody say, hey, I need a printer, I need a shirt. Hey, I need funeral programs, Trey. Or when I need a website design, it's Matt, Rich, or Craig. When somebody say, hey, I need to do XYZ in the community, that's Craig and Matt all day long. And so thank you, gentlemen, for being on Team Tanya, for being Team Tuesday Talks with Tanya, for being Team Farmore and Associates and everything. Because I know anything that I do, you guys will be there to support, to encourage, to help me grow, to help me build. And I do appreciate each and every one of you and your families for the time and the sacrifices that you do make for me. So thank you. So Leandra said, it's amazing.
Just
you guys are amazing. They are.
You know what? It's to piggyback off what Chill said. It's easy to work with people when you know that they are genuine. It's so much easier to work for them when you know that they're genuine. And like he said, the relationships that we built within other circles, who we may or may not be in now, but we're forming our own circle, is the reason for it. And that's why I not only believe so much in your brand, but just you, period, because some of the another one of the sessions that I was in on, and you were talking about going out to help this young girl get some services, and I'm thinking to myself, like, how many girls in her situation need to hear that? How many girls, better yet, women even, because this was a young girl, I think you were talking, women need to know this is a safe place. I'm not going to be judged. I need to do that. So when I heard that, I kind of took that as, you know what? I have a skill set. No, I can't do this, I can't do that, but whatever I'm good at. This is part of my way of protecting my community, because if Tonia has a subject matter that helps young Black women, and I can get it to more Black women from my platform, that's my way of contributing. That's my way of protecting, because we all can't be everywhere at one time, but if each of us covers it, then our community is covered. And I think that's what Trey was talking about when you go from, we were here a while back, but look where we are now. Our relationship has changed, but it's still a relationship. So he protects by saying, I'm going to get the word out for this movement that's going on, and I'm going to make these t-shirts. That's how I'm protecting and contributing to my community. Yeah. And I just think each one of us has that in us already, but now that we're bringing it together and doing it cooperatively, it makes it so much bigger and so much better. But again, it's the genuineness with Gigi, with Leodra, with Kamika, everybody that you have brought us around. So you saying thank you to us is really not about us. It's really not about us, but it's about us being able to help you and doing our small part to protect our community and hopefully uplift it and make it that much better. So again, you're saying thank you to us. We're saying thank you to you, because you're the reason. You are the reason.
Oh.
People gonna cry.
Yeah, don't tell me.
And I'll say one more thing before Tanya get the big head, and this is just something I've observed just being around you these last, 5, 10 plus years, is that you need to realize that you are something special, and that you have what a lot of people wish they had. You have that it factor. You have the thing to where you could walk in the room, people would notice and pay attention. You could command the room without trying, and people will follow you. A lot of people don't have that skill set, and I haven't met not one person that had anything bad to say about you. Now, I haven't talked to any of your exes, but nobody I know has had anything to say about you. So,
Chill. Don't bring up old boy. Don't bring up old boy.
Hey, what do you?
Don't do it. I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But Ty, you just make sure that you just continue to walk in your gift, because as they say, your gift will make room for you.
Real work the text. Work the text.
Saying, I think this is why Chills was late. He was reading his Bible before he was getting in with the Lord. Like, man, what you do last night?
You gotta put some umph on it. And the Bible says,
I'm done.
See, y'all just stopped the tears because they was coming, but y'all this laughter, y'all stopped. Y'all stopped them. Yeah. I appreciate that. I am, and it's hard because I don't take it's hard to take compliments. I don't know. It's just something in me that, is just hard to receive. I don't know. That's a flaw. That's one of my flaws.
No,
so I know that.
Go back to what you said. When your gift is giving, you always see yourself as a giver.
Yeah.
That's why it's difficult for you to let people sow into you.
It is.
But you can't stop when people sowing into you, because then you blocking their blessings.
That's right.
Okay, so people sow into you, just say thank you and keep it moving.
Well, come on, Pastor.
Come on, D.
Well,
Come on, D.
The Bible.
Come on.
Okay, I got to speak on that too. You better speak that.
Stop. It don't take much. It don't take, but that ain't a problem. It's hard for them to say. You always want to give and sow into other people. It's hard for you to be on the other end of that thing, and sometimes you just gotta stop and gather your fruit. So you trying to thank us, and we thanking you. See how that works?
I got you.
Amen.
I
By
got
the way, Trey preaching this Sunday. Okay, Trey preaching.
Hey, send me the link, bro. I want to hear more about them fruits you gathering.
That ain't the sermon for Sunday, but I see you the link though.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I want to open up the floor to some of the ladies that have joined us. So we have some women that have been with TTT from day one. Leandra, of course, most of y'all know. Camilla, my birthday twin. My sister, Stacy. We have Gigi. We have Felicia. We have Bridget. Bridget been there since day one. We have Tamara, who's in Atlanta. So they've joined us tonight. So I just want to give them an opportunity to, you know, ask a question of you guys, share anything with you guys, you know, because even though you guys, I said your businesses, you really didn't talk a lot about your businesses. So if anybody has questions about what these gentlemen do, please feel free to ask the question, but go ahead and feel free to ask, speak, whatever y'all want to do. The floor is open. I saw some comments.
Yeah, I just want to commend them, and I just want to commend them as men, period. You don't always have men that are pour into women the way that they are doing to you. A lot of men have an ego. A lot of men don't want to see a woman doing good. And so the fact that you all genuinely saw what Tonia had in her as a person, her character, her morals, her values, and then when you connected with her, the blessings that came out of it for you and her, you all took that and you seen it for what it was worth. Unity and society puts up. Period. It's a relational thing. It can be male or female, but we are all in a position where we can help each other. And so, you know, for you being a man where you're not too big headed just because you're entrepreneurs and you doing whatever you're doing, it is humbling to genuinely see you all in the capacity that you are in with this one woman. I mean, I really, you know, everybody does know what Chill said. Tonia is true. Like, she can walk into a room and command it. Her name ring bells for a reason, and it's not negative. And when you are that person, and when you have been consistent for years of this person of moral values, character, people have the same common denominator. Tonia done help me. Tonia done help you. Tonia done help this person. And all these people, you build a community of people that's on this platform now. A community of genuine people. We all have morals. I don't know, I think it's maybe one or two people that I haven't met on this line, but everybody else that's on this line, I do know. I know you from the times that I have encountered you all to be men and women of character, morals, values, and wanting to help community. We have the same common denominators on this platform. And so I just wanted to commend you all. Like, we laugh and we joke, but at the end of the day, it's real dope. You are the type of men that you are. So with Tonia, I salute you men too. I know y'all said it's about Tonia, but she really wanted to come on today to give you men your flowers, and you also deserve that. So I just wanted to come on and say that.
Yeah, B.
Camilla.
Well, Camilla said it all. I was about to say, well, goodness. But absolutely, I got a shout out. I got to plug Focus Digital Marketing for all of your digital marketing needs. I had to throw that plug in. I'm sorry.
Girl.
But yes, I had to throw that plug in.
Her boss on the line.
Yes.
Her boss on the line.
Woo! That's right. But I would like to just kind of know, what do you guys think from, you know, obviously as women, and we saw this with the recent election with my beautiful soror Kamala Harris being elected as the first female vice president of the United States. But it seems like we as women are still fighting to have a seat at the table. How do you all feel? And obviously, because you guys are so supportive of Tonia and other women here in the Augusta community, but I just want to know in this the strides that are being made, and what can we two men or three? I'm sorry because I forget. That's right. Rich is into media and marketing as well, digital marketing, and Trey as well, because that's how Trey and I met.
Rich said earlier about being able to step into the realm of technology. I think women are making strides, but a lot of the times they don't have the courage because they're not as well versed in it. Well, now it's time for us to get our little and dance groups. Like, we know we can dance. Thank you. We appreciate it. Okay, we got it. Okay. Now, can stand because the digital landscape isn't going anywhere. Everybody's stuck in their digital world now, and our girls are still trying to make TikTok dance videos.
Mhm.
We got to flip that on them, because in 10 years, a 10-year-old will not be 20, about ready to graduate. Where's she gonna go? What is she gonna do? So we got to flip that, and that's why I wanted to jump in before Rich. But Rich, go ahead and expand on that a little more from the digital standpoint.
Man, I think, Greg, you said something there. You know, we have objectified our women through digital media, and it's not a hidden concept that women are misrepresented in the digital space. If I can speak to it from a statistics standpoint, do you know the number one small medium business class in America today are Black African American women, ages 25 and up, that represent majority of entrepreneurs in America. And unfortunately, if business doesn't connect to the digital world where everybody's customers are, then how do you really fundraise with your business? And so to provide a gap to that, how do women get a seat? And I think, Chills, you can speak on this too, because I know you're in social media heavy. But as a woman, I think the first thing women can do today to get more representation is pick a channel. Pick a channel to go on. These channels can be Twitter. These channels can be LinkedIn. These channels can be TikTok. TikTok and LinkedIn are the number one channels on digital for organic reach. So if you want an organic reach and you don't want to keep paying Facebook and paying Instagram, go to LinkedIn and go to TikTok, because right now their content is not being produced enough to have the content there for people to want to spend the money. So if you want a bigger audience, a bigger reach for your voice, a practical tip I can give, and then I'll give it to Chills, is to go to LinkedIn, fix up your profile, and then go over to TikTok, and instead of shooting, dance, silly videos, bring the thunder, because TikTok is going to be one of the apex, really, of attention. It got the president's attention. So I think those are two things that you can do.
And just to kind of add on to what Rich was saying, I feel like the digital platform kind of evens the playground in the playing field. Because when you look at a lot of social media platforms, they're majority female dominated as far as the makeup. You look at a lot of these, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, the majority are women. And women make some of the best content writers, in my opinion. With the digital, It's all about now the power is in the data, right? The power is in your following. Those are the two things that you need to concentrate on, because once you get to a certain point, now we start talking about influencer marketing, to where people will pay you to talk about their product. What data is all about, your following, and that really goes hand in hand. Going back to what Rich was talking about as far as his software, continue to stay top of mind, continue to stay relevant, continue to set aside time to dedicate to the people who follow you and the people whose data you've captured. All of that, it goes along with it. But the good thing about it, for one, it doesn't cost a whole lot of money. You don't need a whole lot of high-tech equipment. So I feel like in that aspect, digital has really even a playground, and kind of bridge that gender gap.
It's funny you say that. My daughter called me about an hour ago, and she. So the two pieces of advice I would give is, the first thing is learn the foundation or the structure of the business. Learn code, so that way you can be independent and you don't have to depend on other people. Right now, I know just a little bit to say I'm gonna do this and pass it to somebody, but learn everything. And two, I think a lot of women don't take advantages of the set-asides that are set aside just for minority-owned and women-owned businesses. And I think it's a lot of money that's left on the table. So to me, if you know the business inside and out, and you are able to get those minority contracts and set aside, the government has millions and millions of dollars set aside just for Black women. But a lot of people don't know that. So if you know the business inside and out, you don't need a man per se. You can do it on your own. Now you the boss, you can hire who you want to hire. And if you want an all-female staff or whatever, and you getting those minority contracts, then you 2 legs up on everybody else.
Yeah.
So
and that's true.
I'm not a tech genius. So those guys going talking about analytics and stuff, I don't know any of that. That's why I pay them for that.
Thank y'all for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes. Thank you, gentlemen. And Bridget, did you have a question?
It's our imaging. We gotta get.
Yeah. You can hear me, Tonya?
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Kings and Queens. How you guys doing? I was late. I was a little bit late getting on, but my jewelry consultant. And I'm trying to step up my game. And so my question is this: as far as building a brand, and I think Rick said earlier, I caught the last part about the emails, and I know he do the funnels and stuff. And so I want to learn about the funnels of how can I expand my business as far as getting it out there. I have a great clientele now, and I just want to be set aside different from any other paparazzi consultant. So which one of y'all who I need to really touch bases with?
Let me ask you something, Bridget. How high?
Happy birthday, Craig.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. How far or how high can you go in their business model?
Well, I'm an independent paparazzi consultant, and so I have a few people under me, and the sky is the limit with that. As far as money wise, I can make as much as it's possibilities. Doors are open.
Okay. Now, if I'm understanding, then you come up under an umbrella of a conglomerate, and then you have a team up under you that pays you residually.
Exactly.
Okay.
When they order, I get a certain amount from them. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Now, that's a great model. That's a great model. Now, I don't know if there are restrictions on them as far as how you market and how you put yourself out there. Do they have guidelines for that? That you have
Yeah,
to be,
yeah,
you know, okay.
yeah. It's policy and procedures. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and let me say this based on with Tonia, Chills, on your own. Because here's what
Right.
you're doing. You're getting the skill set to be a better salesperson. However, that some of that benefit goes elsewhere simply because of the name. But if
Right.
it's your name and you own it, it's a whole different ballgame. A lot of people get caught up in brands as far as, and just to kind of get a little bit technical, as far as margins and making themselves profitable. Well, really what it comes down to is time. If you can spend half the time making the same amount of money, would you still do it? Of course you would. So it's not really about the money. It's about how much time can I get back based on the effort that I'm putting in. And see, since I don't know what paparazzi's restrictions are, I don't know, can you do TikTok content? Can you get on LinkedIn and start doing certain things? Because I don't know if they're going, if they're going to say, wait a minute, we don't want that associated with us or connected to us.
If I can jump in,
what their thing is. But
I don't mean
go ahead,
to
please.
interrupt, but I'm sure they can. So I'm familiar with the business. My little sister, she's in the business, and we have a snapshot for that. So really, again, everything that you're thinking about doing on the internet has already been done.
Mm-hmm.
But I like what Craig Boogie asked. How high do you want to go?
As high as I can go. The sky is the limit.
Okay. Because on the other wall, on the other side of that cyber wall, are customers. So let me paint a picture like this. Are you on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a point to what Craig Boogie is saying. On Instagram, if I open up an Instagram business page right now, and I want to sell jewelry, if I don't own the product, Instagram is going to block me from selling direct to consumer.
Okay.
See, right now, there's a way right now you can hold up your phone, take a selfie with it. Is the jewelry you have on right now, is that paparazzi?
Yes.
It better be. Like, you're promoting it. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So you take a selfie. Technology is in Instagram now so that you can tag the earrings and jewelry around your neck in that picture, so that if somebody likes what they see, they can click it and it'll take them straight to checkout. The challenge is that's not your product.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah,
so you're going to have to get creative. Now, if you were doing drop ship and you owned the product that you have, Instagram just says, we want to verify, make sure that you are in fact the owner of the product. So they'll do some research on you, background information on you. And this is for anyone who's on this call who's thinking about doing drop ship, particularly selling things on the internet, taking a picture, posting a video, putting a link back to a cart, and then shipping the product to the customer. It's super easy to jump on LinkedIn, Facebook right now, and Instagram. I was telling Tonia this. Tonia, I don't know if you remember this, but Shopify is partnering with Walmart to carry products through Shopify. So if you don't have a Shopify account right now, you're missing out on one of the biggest wealth transfers in human history. Like, think about how much effort people had to put in to get their product into Walmart. Now, all you got to do is open up a Shopify store, own the product, the physical product, and Walmart will list it on Walmart.com. Why? They're trying to compete with Amazon.
With Amazon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So to Craig Boogie's point, use paparazzi to grow your business, and then start looking for a product that you can own and start physically selling it, because no matter how high you go in paparazzi, you'll win more profit selling your own product.
Right.
Thanks, Rick. Thank you, Rick.
Okay.
Thank you, Rick.
So long term, Craig Boogie is saying long term, you lose money.
Okay. And so, in
Okay.
other words, then I just need to step out and buy my own jewelry and set up my own e-store. I mean, my e-commerce store with my own products that I buy and just leave out the middleman.
Craig is like,
Bridget,
Yes, Craig.
if you have, because Jill said it earlier, with the data, if you have data, or better yet, a network of women who already buy from you, think if you find some independent jewelry maker, let's just say she happens to be African American, and she's trying to get started. Well, you've got a network that she needs to get through. Now you've got a partner. You sell it, she makes it. You are now becoming what paparazzi is.
Mm-hmm.
You now are at the top of the food chain, if you will, for lack of a better term, because ownership is the key. What you can't control what you don't own. That's why Rich says when you're on Instagram and you're doing certain things, they can stop you and block you because they know it's associated with a brand name and it kind of looks like they're getting an advantage. So before they let that happen, they would rather you sell $5 earrings or what have you that you got manufactured by someone else, and you're the point person. So it comes down to ownership, and that's why I said while you're in paparazzi, use it for what you need it for. Get all the skills you can, learn everything you can about their system, because you might see some things like, well, if I had my own, I wouldn't do that. I would do it this way. So you keep that in your little mental Rolodex, and you keep on going through it. Then a year later, you look at it and say, you know what? I could do this myself. I really could. I could do this myself and not have to worry about splitting no commission because it's all coming home to mama.
Yeah.
I got a partner here who she don't want to do nothing but make jewelry. She don't care about being on Instagram. She don't care about being on LinkedIn. She don't want to do no Zoom. All she want to do is make beautiful pieces of jewelry, and I can help her do that.
Yay. Yay, thank y'all.
That was some much needed information there, guys.
Anybody else have questions or comments for the gentleman? I don't see nobody else box going green. All right. Well, we are right at the 7:30 mark. I promised to try to keep this at an hour, which I typically do, but I told Facebook Live earlier, I said, if it get good now, we might go over because this has been good dialogue, good conversation. We are getting educated. We are getting, supported. And so that's always my goal whenever I do something like this is making sure that people can walk away with something that can help them be better, do better, grow better. So you guys have provided that to these young ladies. Like everybody here has a hustle somewhat, my sister Stacy, she's branching out into her own web series, and she's also creating her own t-shirt line. So that's, too entrepreneurial. Yeah, so Craig is excited about that. Everybody's excited about that. She's worked with Trey and Felicia on some stuff, and so that's awesome. And then Gigi, she's just opened up her own event planning and Soiree Unlimited, which is a premier concierge service, but also events. So, and then you have Camilla. Camilla is a jack of all trades, kind of like me. She's just a hustler. So she gonna do whatever she need to do. And, Felicia working right alongside with her husband. She celebrated a year gone from her 9 to 5, which is awesome.
Yay.
She was able to walk away from her job and work alongside her husband. So that's awesome because you don't see that much when you have, you need 2 incomes these days and time to make it. And so to have the faith to say, you know what, I'm going to go step aside and go with my husband, and we're going to have this faith journey, and we're going to trust God and the things that God has been, and nobody says it's easy. Nobody says, you know, it's going to happen overnight. We understand that. But if you can give your time, talent, resources to others, why not to your own self? You've got, and I'm learning this myself because I'm such a giver. I end up giving to everybody else but myself. And Rich has always gotten on me about that. Trey has gotten on me. Chills, everybody's gotten on me about that. Like, Tonia, yo, you doing all this for everybody else. What about you? What about yourself? And so that's the tough lesson to learn, you know, because by the time you get home, you tired from helping everybody else. And so the last thing on your mind is like, oh yeah, I need to, like me right now, I'm so far behind on posting on Tuesday Talks because I'm tired, like doing stuff for everybody else and supporting everybody else and their vision and their dreams and goals. And you just kind of get stuck when it comes to your own self, which is why I love you guys, because y'all keep me going. Y'all like, Rich especially, he's like, Tonia, you need to sit down. You need to set aside a day. You need to set aside the time. Like, he's very specific about what I need to do. And I'm just so, I know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to it. And yeah, here we are. So, but I'm going to do better. I promise you, I'm doing better because this is all I got. If I don't work, I don't eat because I'm not working for anyone other than myself. And so I got to make it happen. And I know God will. I have to do my part.
Well, you know,
when you late on your stuff, can I just call Rich instead of...
Wow.
Oh, now I need to talk to Rich then. Okay, I got you. Next time you text me, I'm saying, transfer me to Rich, please. Oh
wow.
You didn't have to say that.
Well,
hey man, she tried to get on me last night. Asked me why I didn't have something for him. Like, you ain't sent me the stuff.
He was like, you owe me.
I'm like, no, you ain't no me. Okay. All right, write this down. Talk to Rich.
Whatever.
well, I tell you what, if I could say something, maybe like I look at the 4 guys here inside of this chat room, and for some I've had a chance to speak to very briefly. Others, like Matt, I've had a chance to talk extensively. And I would say to all the women who are on here, the fine entrepreneurial women who are on here, that whatever you're thinking about, it can be made possible. It can be brought alive with every single guy you're sitting on here. When I look at all of the 4 gentlemen on here, I don't see a gap anywhere in providing a brand service to everyone who is on here that can then exchange their services with the world. I mean, you got Trey who can dress you, and so you can be taking pictures with your t-shirt. Here's a strategy. Put your phone number on your t-shirt and tell people to text you. And tell them what you do. I mean, we're all walking billboards. Like, we're taking pictures of ourselves, but we don't have best representation, and we're not maximizing the real estate that these social media platforms are giving us to market our voices. By simply just calling Trey and say, Trey, I need a t-shirt. I mean, look at my t-shirt here. I'm telling people what I do so that I don't have to pitch you what I do. As you're scrolling through the feed, you can stop and be like, oh yeah, CPA services, I got her. And then Craig Boogie on the podcast. Did you know that Michelle Obama just started a podcast? Did you know that she just inked a multi-million-dollar deal with Spotify?
Yes, sir.
And guess who Michelle Obama's going to pull with her over to Spotify?
Everybody's got a story. She's going to kill it. She's going to kill it.
Who is Michelle Obama going to pull with her to Spotify?
Her husband.
Next.
More women.
Women and her husband.
Did you know that there are more time spent with headphones in your ears? So 3 hours on average, there's a headset in your ear.
Yeah.
Why isn't that your voice?
Leandra.
Why is that not your voice?
Yeah.
Rich, just to add on to that, understand, y'all, within the next 5 years, if not already on the precipice of it, how much stuff do you do with your voice right now? How much do you control in your house, your
With
phone,
your voice.
with your voice? So if people are just not even scrolling on their phone or on their laptop and just go into their device and saying, "Hey Google, hey Alexa,
Yeah.
do this, that, and the third."
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I just activated mine. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, she said, "What you
I don't
want?"
Right, right. So things are going to be done by voice.
Yeah.
Well, that means people aren't going to be watching videos as long.
Yeah.
Which means because Bridget Burley, if you're talking about people, or should I say ladies, and how they should dress and how they should accessorize, they should be able to hear your voice and feel the warmth in your voice and be able to say, yeah, I know exactly what she's talking about, and connect with you just like that. And tell Google to go to your site, not your paparazzi site, your site. Your site.
All right, Craig, I got you.
All right, my dear.
And you're right.
I
So
got you.
what Rich said a minute ago, you're a walking billboard. That's true. I was in Columbia last week, me and Miss Monique downtown eating, and I had on this shirt. And the shirt, I got it offline because it caught my attention, and it said, she owns a business, she minds her business, she about her business, I am she is me. These two ladies were sitting at this table, and they were staring, and they was like, "We so sorry, but where did you get your shirt? We're entrepreneurs, and we want a shirt like that too." And I was like, you know what? I got it offline. I saw it on Facebook on an ad. I don't know, but I asked the lady for her card. And I said, what I will do is I'll go find wherever I ordered it from, and I'll send you the information. So people pay attention to everything I have on. I have had Chills tell me that I need to have a blog talking about fashion. And I've had several other people tell me the same thing. And at one point I talked to Chills and Rich about starting my own dress to a T by T, image consulting, that kind of thing. And yeah, I just let it sit. So yeah.
because it's easier than we know how to. And I'm talking from a technology standpoint, sure. Right. I live behind this computer, but it's a lot easier than what we make it. Matt Chills, he has a shirt right now that has the social media on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
All
waiting
right.
on mine. I gave it
So,
my size yesterday.
So Chills, tell them how easy
Look
it was
think forward. We see you
to make your
Craig.
t-shirt.
It
And I made this myself.
same here. For me, a free program, Canva. Trey, shut up. No
Boom.
Okay. They have templates set up. I simply went in and revised it to the words that I wanted. It automatically saved in the right format. I emailed it to Trey, and boom, just like that. And initially, I just made the t-shirt for myself. But then after walking around with it, so many people said they wanted some, and then Trey made one for herself. So I took the picture that he sent me, put it on Facebook, and now I got about 17, 18 shirts that Trey is making for me. That not only I'm able to sell to people, but they'll be walking around promoting my brand. So now I'm going to take different social media concepts and phrases and slogans, put my logo on the bottom, and continue to do the same thing.
Think about
It's so easy.
how comfortable we are with each other to cross promote like that. But Tonya, what do you say the t-shirt said now?
It says she owns a business, she minds her business, she about her business, I am she.
Can't write that fast.
Oh, you want me to? I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
You feel me? You feel me? I'll set up on the book tonight. A mock-up tonight. Listen, man, one thing I learned about the t-shirts, man, t-shirts and social media is so connected. That's a right now business. Like for Juneteenth, one of my church members sent me a design they made. She said, hey, can you print this for me? Boom, I printed it, sent it to her. She said, can I tell people that you got this design to make some more? I said, yeah, sure. I sent it out, or she sent it out, and a few people called and said, hey, you got some more designs? I'm like, I wasn't planning on doing no Juneteenth t-shirts. So I just started marking them up and putting them out there. And man, me and my wife was running around crazy 2 days before Juneteenth. Now, had I done that a week before Juneteenth, but I didn't really grasp t-shirts are right now. Every time something happened, throw it on a t-shirt, put it on the internet.
Yeah.
And Get a lot of clicks like that. Like the I don't know if y'all seen, I had the count every vote, all gents count shirt.
I saw Felicia's shirt the other day.
What shirt?
Something about boss, entrepreneur boss something.
She made that one. She the boss. I'm the CFO. She the CEO.
That's right.
Back and look at the flyer. It says CFO.
Dang it, man.
Yeah. I just told y'all about them set asides. That's all I'm gonna say.
This has been so fun. I'm so glad. I'm happy that you guys joined, that we had this conversation. Everybody's connecting, everybody's vibing. Everybody can support each other. Everybody can encourage each other. And we need to do this more often. I think we probably need to do it, on a more consistent basis, because people need it, especially our people when they don't know the doors. Like Trey was talking about small business owners, especially if you're a Black female-owned business. There is tons of money, not just at a local level, state level, and federal level. And so a lot of times we just don't know the resource to tap into. And that's one of the things Rich has been getting on me about, because I do know so many things like that. And people want to know that, and they'll pay for that. He said, they'll pay. You write a 5-page booklet on something and sell it for $20. People gonna buy it. And so, and I end up giving my stuff away for free. So yeah, we gonna work on that.
Well, I'll tell you what, if any of you ladies just need help with strategy, right? Speaking of text, you can text me right now. I just put it in the chat. But if you just want to talk digital strategy and you want to talk monetizing your brand, everybody's talking about monetizing, like, hey, what can I be selling? Just call me. Again, whatever you're trying to sell has already been done. It's just a matter of finding out what's working on the internet right now.
Talk that talk, Rich.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you. And ladies, they are patient, because they're all patient with me. I know I probably frustrate Rich more than anybody.
Not more than me.
Wow.
But they love me. They love me.
Yeah.
Yes, Trey.
Indeed.
I was just throwing my hat in the consideration for the most frustrated.
Well, yeah. You get some of that too. I know. Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Well, I pray that each of you has a blessed and safe Thanksgiving. I pray that, God continues to shower you guys, open doors for you that no man can close. And that anything that you guys have need of, desire of, that he answers all of that and more, because you've done that for me and others, and I appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you. I love each and every one of you fiercely. There's nothing you can do about it. Y'all gonna be with me. We ride or die. We ride or die. We all in it for life. Y'all my hitters, and I appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Amen.
Just love.
Love you too, lady.
All right, we're gonna do this again soon, y'all. So y'all stay on the lookout. And thank y'all men for joining us ladies tonight. We enjoyed it. We had fun. It was engaging. It was all that and more. Ulrich, thank you for calling in from Jamaica. We appreciate you being on the call with us. Hopefully you've heard some things that are enlightening and you don't think we're too crazy over here in the States. We just like to have a good time.
Amen.
Anybody else have? Look, I'm about to be like Pastor Trey, all hearts and minds clear.
Right.
Right, Clip.
I'm gonna be reaching out to y'all guys. Craig, you be on the
Please do.
standby.
Please do. Please do.
That's what's up. That's awesome. Love everybody. Y'all have a good evening. Stay safe. Craig, I'm about to call you, see what we're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hey, Craig.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Bye.
All right.
All right,
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Peace out.